Hello and welcome. I am the Sterling and today we are playing City Skylines 2 and we are back here in our city of Sisyphean. In the last episode we started building on our beachfront properties, but we have one major issue with our beachfront properties. There's no beach. Where's the sand? So I'm going to start off this episode by fumbling around with terrain controls and try and give us some sand. Now there's a few roads here that I might have to delete. Which is not good. Means it's going to affect some of the buildings, but that's not an issue. We'll fix it up once we're done. Now, I'm going to have a fiddle and see if I can fix this up. Well, that's going to have to do. That is really the best of my ability. After fluffing around, as you saw, sort of come up with this, but the problem is, after a moment, sand disappears. So, if anyone else has a better way of me creating a beach, please leave a comment and let me know how I can create a beach, because that's the best I can really do. So moving on. We are hemorrhaging money. So we are losing 3,314 an hour. So we need to now start thinking about balancing our budget. So first off, I'm going to raise our taxes. Then I'm going to come back in here and we should probably think about putting the roads back that we deleted. Now the good news about us dredging and bringing in all this, well, it's supposed to be sand, but it's already gone back to being nice green grass, is that we now have space that if we wanted to, we can build more homes, or we could even start maybe putting in a bike trail. That would be nice. Well, it's a footpath at the moment, but we can always pretend, can't we? So it is a great way for us to create more space. Now let's hit go and see what happens. No change to the water. Fantastic. A lot of abandoned homes. But that will all heal. We'll better just double check the zoning. So now, on to the next thing. We need to start bringing in a lot more residents. So we're going to start thinking. We could either start building out here, or we could start pushing down the line. We could build up here on the hill and start building maybe some views of the non-existent sandy beaches. So there's lots of things we could think about doing. I'm thinking for this episode we might just continue to push down the coastline. Wow, I fluffed around with that well and truly more than I should have had to. Now, let's just keep adding more. So we'll add a couple more little homes here. Now looking at this corner, trying to work out ways that I could fix this little area up here without having to buy this tile, because it's a big waste to buy this entire tile just for that little corner. What I'm thinking is we might bring in a little inland river of some sort, just coming in here. So what I might do is, this school only has 5 people going to it. I don't really think there's much point having a school for 5 people at this point. So I'm going to close the school down. Now what I am going to do is start building this man-made river. So we'll get the terrain tool and I'll get started. Now, I will do something with this as we go along, but for the moment, I'll just keep it like this. We can start building around it. Might just fix this little entrance over here up. There you go. Something like that. I'm not sure what we're going to do exactly with this yet. And I'll probably have to make this deeper at some point, but for the moment, I think that looks alright. Once it's full of water, speed it up, let it fill up. There we go. Now I think we should put some residential on it. We've got a bit of a need at the moment for medium density, so we'll put down some row houses. Now while I'm doing all this, I've got to keep in mind that we're going to be having a train line coming through this area here. So sooner or later, all that you see here will have to be knocked down, because the train station is going to be about here somewhere, and then all this will be train line. I'm going to need the room. So for the moment, this is all right, but in time, this will all change. Now we're just going to keep adding more residential to the area. I'm still not happy with this area here, because you can sort of see the sand through the water at certain angles, but we just won't look at it. Fantastic, we've now hit milestone 3. So now we get a larger loan limit, service budgets. We now get to get into our livestock farming, our stone mining, Then we've also got the fire and rescue and the police, so we can start building police stations and firehouses. This is great. Tried to make this look a little bit more realistic by building up the sand up against the roads and the walls, just because I feel like the waves would be pushing the sand to the mouth of this river and building up the sand. So that's why I've built that up a little bit. Good news is we're playing a little bit around with the taxes by raising the taxes up to 17%, which is quite a lot. But also removing the high school, we have gone from being at a negative 3,200 and whatnot before to now we're only negative 1,840. Yay! So we're still going to have to keep trying to balance this budget. Otherwise, this will be over before it began. Now, continuing on with the river, we've got the natural little opening here. And so I'm thinking what we'll do is we're going to build the river all the way across and have that big natural river that will run, well, not natural, that big man-made river coming from here into the natural opening. So leave it with me. Okay, as you can see, we're slowly coming along with this, but it is painstaking. I'm still very much a novice when it comes to the terrain tools and making these walls with the roads. So it's taking me quite a long time, but I do feel like I am getting better though. So that's the main thing. I never lied. I did say I was going to fumble around a lot. Oh, I've missed that bit. I'll have to fix that up now. And as you can see, I have raised up the wall here. And it's a different level because I thought it looked quite interesting. A little bit unrealistic, but hey, let's not let realism get in the way of something beautiful. And then I feel like that could then be the beginning of us starting to climb up higher into the hills here for our better views of the beach. So let's get to it. Okay, now it's just time to clean all this up with terraforming, open up the mouth and let the water in, and obviously delete this, open up this and put a bridge over it, and we will have our man-made river through the middle of our city. Fantastic. Okay, now I guess it's just time to push play and see if it floods the city. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, the humanity. Look at that massive tidal wave. That tsunami. That water wall of death. Nah, she'll be right. Oh, it does help if I put the highway back, doesn't it? So how are we going to do that? It's all a bit of a mess at the moment, but as we grow, it'll slowly start to clean itself up as we go. Now, let's hit play and see if that fixed our problem with all our services. Much better. I must admit, I do like this little artificial river. It adds a little bit of something different, breaks up the scenery a bit. I highly doubt, for such a young city, whether or not they would spend the money building such a large project as our man-made river. But let's not let realism get in the way. So now we have some map tiles we can buy. So let's continue to buy up our coast. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. How's that look? Or do I want to start wrapping up around here? Yeah, we'll take, or we could push that out. Nah, we'll grab that. I know that I probably should be thinking about maybe buying more inland and finding out where our resources are, or even saving the tiles for the resources. But I want to build coastline, and I need to buy tiles for the coastline if I want to build up the coastline. So that's what we're doing. Buying coastline. I suspect the train station is actually going to be where this school is. So with that in mind, Riff Raff tends to hang out around the train station. So what I'm thinking I might do is carve into somewhere here. I'm thinking maybe here. We'll carve a little bit of space out of here and put a police station, shall we? So we'll take that road and then we'll look into putting down the police station. Here we go. Wow, it's big, isn't it? That's very big.
Wow, it's big, isn't it? Wow. Big, isn't it? Wow. That's very big. Wow.
So we'll cut into this road as well. And there we go. We've built the police station. And so that should make our people a little bit more happy and feel a bit safer. Look at all the police cars starting to roll out. Okay, now we need to get busy laying down as much residential and commercial on this beachfront as we can for the minute, so we can build up our progression for the next milestone. So let's get to work. Taken a long time. The water is finally filled up in our man-made river, in our artificial river. And there we go. We've hit milestone 4. In this milestone, we're going to have a larger loan limit. We now have district tools, which will be good. We have the production panel, which is great. We have new policies. We now have natural disasters, which might be a problem with fire. We now have transportation, low rent housing, low density offices, grain farming, forestry, transportation. So we get a bus depot, double parking transport lane, one-way public transport lane, taxi depot. We also now get parks, which will be great. We can fill out our residential with parks now. And the list just goes on. Okay, this is fantastic. We are now at Grand Village. This is what we've been working up to, because now we can build public transport, such as our train network that we're going to be running up the middle here. But that's going to have to wait till next time because this is all the time I have for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.